Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu, Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the big card at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. We're going to be having a look at the Quaddie legs. We've got some best bets, a lot of value on the card too. Of course, a $100 hot seat later in the show. And welcoming in our chief analyst, Mike Wood. Mate, what a week that was, the week of winks. But now, look, we've got the 3-year-olds this week. It's the $1 million Golden Rose at Rosehill Gardens to look forward to.
Yeah, still exciting. An amazing week coming up. Great to be with you on a Thursday night as always. Stu, and what about Winks? She is absolutely incredible. She's got the biggest finishing surge in the world. She's one of the biggest finishing surge of any horse ever on the planet. She's such an incredible horse. The excitement this week, maybe just tapering off a little bit. The field's quite small this week. Yep. As for the feature, the Golden Rose, 11 runners, not too bad. At least the quality is high, though. It
is. We'll find out who the next 3-year-old star is. Mike, we've had a few of them, haven't we? Trapeze Artist, Astern, Exosphere the last few years. Loads of colts in there. And, Mike, another one of those past winners, Zoostar. This horse is a side this year of Lean Mean Machine and Zusane.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It seems like just yesterday he won the Golden Rose, 2013, just a few years ago.
Yep.
Now he's got two fantastic colts. The Widden stud, they'll be glued to their television screens. So much money in breeding, obviously. Such a big deal for them if one of those colts win on Saturday. Enough about that, though. All about the analysis, and we quite like one in the race.
Oh, getting to know those a little bit later in the show, Mike. We're keen to have a bet later. But look, before that, we've got to get through all the key factors to take the viewers through exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, 4 big key factors apart from the form is what we look at every single week. Progression, including scope and the stage of preparation. Distance at the stage of prep, not just distance. Is your horse fit enough for the 1,400 metres, 1,600 metres or 2,000 metres? Track conditions, it should be a good dry Rosehill. That rain just kept missing Parramatta this morning.
Yep.
I was looking for the mudders until I saw the weather forecast and position and run. Speed Mapper's key factor is that one.
Well, Mike, we're going to be having a look at all these key factors and all this analysis later in the show. But look, got to take you back to last week because one of those key factors was distance, 2,000 metres, Avilius. You got that very wrong, mate.
Oh, mate, you've been giving it to me all week. Everyone's been giving it to me all week. Yeah, we went a bit soft on a fantastic horse, Avilius. We liked him first up. We liked him second up. We went soft on him at third up. And, we got that wrong. He's heading for the Melbourne Cup, though, 2 miles. I'm going soft on him there as well. I don't think he'll get the distance.
Okay, well, if there's one person that's going to bounce back, it's you.
I hope so.
Mate, let's get into it this weekend. The first leg of the Quaddie, it's the Group 2 Golden Pendant over the 1,400 metres. And look, the girls here, Mike, it didn't take Ronnie Quinton too long before his Glamour girls, Dixie and Daisy, came up against each other. They're second up here after solid fresh runs. And, well, these two fought out the finish last year, so can they do it again?
Oh, I hope so. They're such reliable mares. He loves them. We love him. There's two of the most popular mares in Sydney, aren't they? Group 2, 1,400 metres. A fair to steady tempo, a couple going forward, a smaller field, like we said, good for conditions, it might even be firmer. And watch for an off-rails bias. 2 weeks ago, you remember it was a heavy track at Rosehill Gardens, and they chopped up the inside.
OK, let's have a look at the market now for the first leg of the Quaddie, Mike, and Champagne Cuddles. Well, the punters do like this horse. $4.80. Prompt response there, $5. Dixie Blossoms, one of Ronnie's two there, $5.50. Invincibella, $5.50 there. Daisy Doom, $7. Not a bad first up run, and a bit of money here for Shamook, $13 into the $9 for Gay and Adrian. But Mike, Champagne Cuddle's just on top, but this is a really open race to start the Quaddie.
It's Sydney mares, it's an open market, it's an open race, and it's going to be a blanket finish.
We know
We're going to take you back a few months to have a look at a replay and see these mares in action and see how close they can get. This is none other than the Group 1 race, the Coolmore. Daisy Doom doing it tough on pace. Prompt Response doing it tougher, 3 wide, no cover. Dixie Blossoms in behind in the pink, Stu.
You talk about a blanket finish, these mares. So many of our favourites, isn't there? You got Dixie, Daisy, Silence Edition here. Name them all. Everyone's got one of their favourites in this race.
Yeah, you back Silence Edition, Stu, so I'll put you through some punishment watching this replay again. Look, they're figuring out Daisy Doom, aren't they? She's tough on pace. She likes to do it the tough way. So does Prompt Response. But Prompt Response is first up on Saturday. Daisy Doom's fitter, second up. OK, well, look, we saw a bit of Prompt Response there. So let's go back to February here, as we often do on Key Factors. We're going back in time. Importantly, Mike, this is a Group 2. Yeah, Group 2, and this is the first up run of Prompt Response. A couple of starts back in the autumn before that start we just look at. She was on pace. She was about $5-6 in the market, and she really came of age as preparation last prep. Tough, on pace, nothing to chase, and she came away from them, Stu.
Look, really knows how to find the line, this horse. Really, really solid.
Good win.
Mike, there's a look at a couple of replays. Now we're going to get stuck into all the analysis, so take the viewers through it. We've got the form and the key factors to get stuck into.
Yeah, you can almost accelerate right to the finish and see a blanket finish, but let's go through the motion, starting with form. Dixie Blossoms at the weights and Invincibella after a first up run. They get the gold bar for form, but not too much between them.
Okay, so Dixie and Invincibility there as we kick the race off with key factors. Mike, it's all about progression.
Yeah, looking for progression, prompt response. Look, she's good first up, but coming back to a first up run over 1,400 metres, maybe slightly iffy. Princess Posh, not too much more improvement this preparation, but lots of others can improve this prep.
All right, plenty of gold there. Distance at stage of preparation?
Yeah, not too much going on here, so we can move through the gears quite quickly.
Okay, still Dixie and Invincibility out in front. Track condition, Mike, a little bit of rain missed Rosehill.
Yeah, dry Rosehill, who likes it? We just saw the Coolmore, prompt response ran well, Daisy Doom ran well. No surprise to see them with gold bars, Stu.
Okay, Daisy Doom just sticking her neck out in front here, Mike. Position in run, who gets the gun run?
Yeah, looking for ones with a gun run. We've kind of gone from draws 3 to almost the outside. The outside draws and the inside draws went off for ours bias, getting a bit complex there. We haven't given them gold. Champagne Cuddles, barrier 1, you think it's a good draw, but maybe if they're off rails, not so good.
Okay, all that analysis, Mike. Plenty of gold there to finish it off. Time for a bet in the race. We've said so many of these mares, it's going to be a blanket finish. I'm not expecting too much here in terms of the final rating. So let's have a look, get these prices back up. Time for a bet, Mike. Daisy Doom, I saw her just edge ahead there, just a length. $7, great each way value. Prompt response, we saw the replays there. Dixie Blossoms. I mean, is this telling us Ronnie's not far away here?
Yeah, we think Ronnie each way's got to be the play, but we're terrified of prompt response first up. We're terrified of Dixie Blossoms on that weight. And of course, Champagne Cuddles can kick up and cause a fuss and maybe beat our horse Daisy Doom. But Daisy Doom's tough. Daisy Doom's reliable. She's got a fantastic barrier draw. They'll push up. They'll make prompt response work. And we think she might be tougher late.
All right, so Daisy Doom in the first leg, each way for us. Let's have a look now at the second leg, Mike. It is the Group 1 Golden Rose over the 1,400 metres for $1 million. And look, we've spoken about a couple of Chris Waller's runners already, but Graf, this horse here for Chris Lees, really hasn't put a foot wrong. He is a deserved favourite. And Santos, I tell you what, if you were on this horse last week, you would be absolutely spewing. Never got out. I don't know if we'll ever figure it out.
Yeah, it was a really good first up run. It could have been a really good first up run. A fantastic race, Group 1 race, fair conditions. We like one in this race, like we said before. Let's get into it.
Let's have a look at the market for the Group 1 Golden Rose. And there's that horse, Graf, $3.40, has been well supported for the last few weeks. The Autumn Sun, well, what a run that was. First up, we'll never know there either. $4.20. Lean Mean Machine, a great win, $5.50. Zusane there, similar form line, $7.50. Seabrook up from Melbourne, a little bit of money too, into $9. Mike McGrath, solid favourite, well-deserved favourite. Let's have a look at some replays.
Yeah, he's a serious horse. He won a slow tempo race second up, and we thought he was really good back last preparation. First up, he was amazing. This is second up. This is the obvious lead into the Golden Rose. He was 3 wide, no cover the whole way. He was so tough to get beaten for the first time. But the winner, Lean Mean Machine, he's come back pretty well, hasn't he, Stu?
He sure has. And I mean, you're thinking here, Graf, it's had that tough run. Where's Lean Mean Machine, though? Getting absolutely revved up. Back to the inside here. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, no one thought he was going to win until just about now. And he surged late and he was soft on the line. The things you got to say from a key factor perspective was a strong tempo, which suited him. It was an inside bias, which suited him. Graf was 3 wide, which is obviously in his advantage as well. So a lot of things in Graf's favour on Saturday.
Okay, so we saw a few runners there. Let's have a look at the unlucky runner, as we said, from last week. Santos on the rail here, Mike. Neutrality just outside the lead there. Just gets him in the pocket and, well, like you said, we'll never know.
We'll never know. You can watch it and make your own mind up at home. Don't know quite what's going on with this horse. Obviously, pretty rushed preparation. Must have been a slow start to his prep.
Yeah.
This is only 7 days ago or last Saturday. Absolutely, completely unlucky. Should have been 2 or 3 lengths in front already by now. Look, he's a beautiful type. Should be a 1,400 metre type with a beautiful stride. Definitely dangerous on Saturday.
Okay, nice and easy across the line there.
Very easy.
There's a look at a few of the replays. Now let's get into all the analysis, Mike. Form and key factors. Take it away.
Yeah, impressive colts, but the one with the most impressive form is Graf. Light him up for the gold bar for form.
Okay, so Graf off the form. Key factors, Mike, progression. They're all 3-year-olds. They've all got some.
Yeah, we could have put them all purple, but we could have put them all gold as well. Let's have a look at progression. They're all improving. Let's move quickly.
All right, distance at stage of prep, up to the 1,400.
Yeah, he's never been there before, Graf, with a genuine tempo anyway. We think he's going to love it. Seabrook up to 1,400 metres, obviously, and Santos, never been there before either with a genuine tempo. We think he'll love it too. Okay,
well, Graf getting out there by 2 lengths, Mike. Track conditions?
Yeah, Graf obviously liked the wet last start. Will he improve? We don't know, so we're just giving him a purple bar there. Sandbar back to good's definitely a plus for him. And Longleaf, bad barrier, but a good track's a plus.
Okay, not too much goal for the favourites there. It's still Graf out in front, Mike. Position in run.
You could not get a better speed map for the favourite. Draw on the inside, just settling midfield with the speed on his inside. The Waller runner's going to the back. Sandbar blinkers on. he can get a nice on-pace run too.
Your voice just went up there a notch, Mike, with Graf as he went ahead. Time for a bet. That horse just sped ahead there at the end of all those key factors, Mike. Let's bring in those odds again. $3.40, I think, was about the play. There it is, Graf, and there it is right at $3.40, as I said. The Autumn Sun, Mike, surely some of those backers are going to think this is his time, maybe a little bit longer. $5.50 Lee Machine, we're saying the market's got it pretty right, but hang on, there's a lot of emphasis here for the favourite.
Yeah, big emphasis for the favourite. Big margin to second. The market, it's in market order, like you say, Stu, but there's a huge gap for $3.40 favourite, isn't it? He's the one that we like. We're not saying he's a 3 length better horse. We're just saying in the conditions from the barrier, in the speed map, he's 2 or 3 lengths better, we think, on Saturday. Graf is a big best bet for us. We reckon he'll win.
All right, there's a lot of confidence there. It's a favourite for us in the Golden Rose. Stick around and we'll wrap up legs 3 and 4 of the Quaddie from Rosehill Gardens after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're up to the third leg of the Quaddie at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. It is the Galgates handicap over the 1400 metres. And Mike, we get to see Astoria here, the return for Godolphin. They've been in such great form the last few races on Saturdays, the last few weeks. And of course, Fierce Impact, this ex-UK import, these 2 runs have been pretty bloody good.
Yeah, he's a really good horse. He's a Japanese-bred horse, used to race in the UK, now in Australia, used to be a stayer. Now he's a sprinter. He's a hard one to figure out, Stu. It's a pretty tricky race. 1400 metres for the third leg of the Quaddie. Let's have a look at the way it sets up. Benchmark 88 only, even though we're in the carnival. A bit disappointing, but those group races are early in the card because the fields are so small. Tempo's fair again. Good dry conditions. The rain missed Parramatta. And an off-rails bias definitely by race 8. All
right, let's have a look at the market now for the third leg of the Quaddie at Rosehill Gardens. And it is the Avenger for Chris Waller favourite there, $4.60. Astoria there for the boys in blue, as I said, $5. Mandillion hitting some good form, $6. Fierce Impact there, Mike. There's that bit of money there too. $8.50 into the 6. Savacool there, $7. And Tip Top, $9, rounding out those under 10. Mike, another open leg of the Quaddie here.
Yeah, it's pretty open in the market. There's a couple that we like here. This time of year, you're looking for those 4-year-olds coming back from black type grade, coming back to benchmark grade. The way the weight's set up for them, it's a really big plus for them. Let's have a look at a couple of those horses. Last time they were first up, starting with Savacool. She went to some group races, obviously, after this. She was unlucky in the Group 1 down in Adelaide, over 2,000 metres. This is her first up. Rosehill, 1,400 metres from a long way back. And it's a pretty good run, Stu.
It is. There's a few words we like here on Key Factors, Mike. Reliable, consistent, finding the line. This horse is doing all of it.
Yeah, she knows how to find the line. She definitely is reliable. A massive surge. Maybe she's going to be better over 1,600 metres, dead track, or soft track, I should say, these days, in a strong tempo. But you know she's going to be finishing off, and she's got such a lightweight on Saturday. It's almost incredible with Group 1 form.
OK, let's have a look now, Mike. We're going to take you back into the autumn. Importantly, this is a Group 2, the Autumn Stakes. This is Astoria we're looking at. In the blue, it was 3 wide, no cover this day, Mike. Runs on pretty well, keeps fighting.
Yeah, serious horse. We just looked at the girl in the race. This is the main boy in the race. He's a big, strong fella. He's fantastic first up. We think he's a 1,400 metre to 1,800 metre horse. This is against Holy Snow. This is against Lavendi, like you said, Stu. He was wide, placed in a group race. If he does that on Saturday, he wins. OK, some serious form around that second replay. Let's have a look at all the form and all the analysis now for the key factors. Mike, light them up. Yeah, looking into form, recent form, based on the weights, Savacool, if you put a pen through her last run, she gets the gold bar for form. OK, light up the gold for Savacool. Key factors, time progression. Yeah, Astoria of a low form base, but we know he's got big upside, back to a fresh run over 1,400 metres, so he definitely gets a big gold bar for progression. OK, still Savacool out in front. Distance at stage of prep. Yeah, the Avenger's got great form in Melbourne, but he's peaking over 1,600 metres, and he could be even better over 14, which is dangerous. And Astoria, we just saw that run. 1,400 metres first up is absolutely ideal. OK, so the favourites picking up their game here, Mike. Track conditions? Yeah, the Avenger home track, he should be fine. Astoria has a very close second to Lavendi and some great Rosehill form. Savacool we saw, Fierce Impact. The dry track should be OK. You've got to say Mandillion and Tip Top, maybe a dry Rosehill, slightly risky. OK, so it's Astoria and Savacool there, Mike. Position and run, can we split them here? Yeah, the Avenger, good run. Astoria, beautiful run midfield. Mandillion in the lead. Astoria gets a nice run, just like Graf does midfield. OK, so a bit of love for the favourites here after all those key factors, Mike. It's OK to play some favourites. They're the ones we're probably going to look at here. Let's bring in all the odds now to see where our money is going in the 8th race on Saturday. Astoria there, $5, just a little bit out in front here, Mike. But look, $4.60 the Avenger, right there. But
look, the way we play this game, $5, we've got to take it.
Yeah, $5 each way odds. He's the top rater, the Avenger. We're a little bit worried about, but he hasn't got too much more upside this preparation, we don't think. Although he's trained by Wallace, so you never know. The ones with big upside are the 4-year-olds first up, coming back from black type grade. The last time Astoria wasn't in a group race, it was his first race ever. The only time he's been out of group or listed grade, he won by 3.5 lengths. So we reckon he'll win by 2 or 3 lengths on Saturday. We hope. Savical storming home has to be the value bet.
More great stats from you there. It's Astoria in the 8th race at Rosehill Gardens for us this weekend. Let's wrap it up now. It's race 9. It's the Fusion Handicap. We're out to 2,000 metres to end the day, Mike. And look, benchmark 88 here. That man, Chris Waller, he's got half the field in this. And, well, the Lord Mayor, I mean, this horse has absolutely been smashed in the betting the last 2 starts. And I'll tell you what, for those punters that just follow the money, this horse might just be in it again.
Yeah, you can do all the analysis you like, but if you're not following the market, you are missing a trick, aren't you? You've always got to follow his betting moves. And the Lord Mayor, he's been smashed twice this preparation already. Let's have a look at the way the last race sets up, which in course includes that Waller horse, benchmark 88, 2,000 metres, not a group race like we said. Fair tempo, good track, off-rails bias. They'll be coming wide late in the day.
Well, let's have a look now at the market for the Get Out Stakes at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. And there is that horse, the Lord Mayor, owning favouritism, but it is $5 the field. Abdon, a good run last start, $6. Quick Defence there, out to $9. Rakik, and a little bit of money here. Romanesque, $11 into $9.50. Probably the best backed in this race. Mike, another wide open end of the day.
Yeah, we'll have a look at this favourite. It's a wide open race, but this was a good win. They backed him first up. He did nothing. They freshened him up. They had another crack. They backed him again. And this time they got the chockies. He's a serious horse, and we'll look at him in the second replay as well. On pace, lifting late when he's challenged. Quick Defence, God, he's flying, isn't he? Rakik and Domed, not too bad in behind.
Well, the point is here, Mike, they were all just charging it. I mean, look at Brim Rocks down the outside here. You've got to love the way this horse fights, picks up and, well, wins.
Yeah, most horses would have got beat, but he responds like a good horse, doesn't he, Stu?
He does. And look, punters, they're probably going to forget, Mike, this horse has been in a Group 1. It was the New Zealand Derby, so we've got to have a look at this because this showed a lot of Rosehill Guineas form.
Yeah, looking for 4-year-old progressive types. So looked at in the last race. This proves this horse has got big upside as well. This is 2,400 metres. This is a Group 1 race. This is serious New Zealand staying talent. And he's putting in a big booming run down the outside, Stu.
Yeah, you said it, mate. Proper horse down the outside here. Look, Group 1 form. It's all you can say against this benchmark 88 to finish the day.
Yeah, it could win and then go on to the Metrop or a good Melbourne Cup race maybe.
All right, let's have a look now. Form and key factors to end the day, Mike. All the analysis, it ends here.
Yeah, the Lord Mayor flying, but he's up in the weights. Rakik and Quick Defence going well too. And Dome, she gets a weight turnaround as well.
Okay, 3 lighting up with form there, Mike. Key factors, we've got to split them progression.
Yeah, looking for horses with upside. The Lord Mayor definitely is one of those 2,000 plus metre horses with big upside. Domed was only second up in that start though. She can improve this prep too.
Okay, a lot of value down there at the bottom in Domed. What about distance at stage of prep?
Yeah, Abdon, a good overseas stay that can improve up in distance. Maybe not second up, maybe third, fourth up. Romanesque, Jake's Hill, definitely opposition, but he might need further the big stride in grey.
Okay, halfway through the race here, Mike. We've got a dual lead here, the Lord Mayor and Dome. What about position in run?
Position in run or track conditions, looking for horses that are suited. Nothing much yet, so we can go to position in run and see which of those horses are suited. Gold bar for the Lord Mayor on pace. James Mack can put him there. Rakik's drawn well. And Goodfellas should get the lead. Okay,
so the favourite ends up with a little bit of gold there, Mike. I've seen a little bit of love for Domed. Let's have a look now at the ratings here as we've got to have a bet to end the day at Rosehill Gardens. And we've seen those replays, Mike. The Lord Mayor right there, $5. But hang on, $17 here for Domed. That's looking like a decent bit of value here to end the day.
Yeah, can't believe those odds. I mean, she had some serious good group form around the mare's last prep. She's right down the limit weight. She's a decent type. Estic Raj. Looking at the weights, he's right in this race as well, but does he win much? No, the answer's not. Maybe he needs to go to Brisbane for a win, but we keep going for these top raters, and he's decent each way odds, so we've got to go for the top rater again. The Lord Mayor, used to be the Mayor in New Zealand, he's now the Lord Mayor, had to change his name. He's a fantastic stay, he'll be on pace and so hard to get past. And the Mare Domed, third up, she's a big value bet.
Okay, so it's a Lord Mayor for us in the last with Domed as the value. Now, Mike, it's Quaddie time. I've sensed, I reckon you're going pretty short here with Graf. I like your confidence. Let's have a look, bring it up now to see where we're going to play the Quaddie. 3 in the first leg, and wow, you are standing it out, Graf. There's some real confidence here.
Yeah, the hot seat's going well. The Quaddie, we are due, but we're keeping it tight. We're still going for a big one to pay those debts. Prompt Response, Daisy Doom, Dixie Blossoms, they are the class mares. They are the 3 horses we like in race 6. Graf, we talked about him. I'm a little bit worried about Santos, but it takes too much of a chunk out of the Quaddie to put him in. The 2 progressive 4-year-olds first up, Astoria and Savical, have to be the ones. and they're the top raters in race 9. Esther Garage will just stick him in just in case.
Okay, 416% there for the Quaddie for the $100 outlay, Mike. What about the $100 hot seat? There's a few here at value that I've just seen pop up. Let's see how we're going to play. Where are we going to play the 100 this weekend?
Yeah, sometimes we worry where to put the $100, but this time it just played itself out. The ratings, we like him. We love these races. $30 on Graph at 340. Put more on if you like. He's a special for us. $5 on Santos just in case. I don't want to lose on that horse. He was so unlucky first up. Astoria and Savical, we talked about them. We didn't talk about Got Unders.
No.
On pace outside the lead. He can stick on. $19 a place is too good to be true. The Lord Mayor and Dome to big bets as well. And Esther Garage, I do not want to lose on him on 51 kilograms as well.
All right, spreading the bets far and wide there for the $100 hot seat this weekend. Look, it's going to be a massive day out there at Rosehill Gardens. The Group 1 Golden Rose worth $1 million. No winks, but there's going to be some great 3-year-olds on show. Get out to the track. That's all from us here at theRaceGuide.com.au. Hope we've steered you into winner, and we'll see you again next week.
Cheers. Enjoy the Golden Rose.